I'm sure you've heard that abs are made in the kitchen, which is true, but in my opinion, it's more like abs are shown in the kitchen, but they're actually made in the gym. Sure, the diet and being in a deficit is going to help you lose the body fat, but if you get lean and your abs aren't developed, that means they're gonna look really flat and just not impressive whatsoever. When you get lean and you have well-developed abs, they're just gonna pop a lot more. They're gonna have more of that 3D shape and would just be overall more impressive. So I'm gonna show you guys my top 4 ab exercises that have grown my abs to look how they do now. Plus I also have a bonus back workout at the end. Gymshark also is having a summer sale up to 50% off and then an additional 10% off with code JB10. I'll do a Gymshark try on haul and show you all my favorite Gymshark items. Abs, I would say, are probably skipped more than legs just because people don't believe you have to train them because it all comes down to diet. But when you start training your abs with weight and train them like you would with any other muscle group with progressive overload, and they're gonna be much more prominent than if you didn't train them. First exercise, of course, is gonna be a dragon flag. This is by far the GOAT of ab exercises in my opinion. This is, I would say, contributes to how my abs look now and how well developed they are because I've been doing them since high school. So if I were to choose just one ab exercise to do the rest of my life, it would be dragon flags. I'm gonna show you guys the full dragon flag right now, and I'll show you a few variation exercises to build up to a full dragon flag. You can do a dragon flag pretty much anywhere, just wherever you can pin your traps down on like a bench or even just the ground. I'm using a weighted barbell, I'm just holding on to the bar, but you can do a hyperextension machine. You can literally just do it on a railing, like on a staircase, just like grab the bottom of it and it works perfectly fine. Just anything that's secure and stable. If it's not stable, there's so much pressure in your hands when you're doing a dragon flag, you're gonna lift it up. I've literally lifted 135 pounds up off the ground from doing dragon flags. That was a full dragon flag. I'm gonna show you guys a couple variation exercises that can help you build up to a dragon flag. Now the easiest version of dragon flag is just a simple lying leg raise. I'm not even gonna show it because it's obvious what it looks like. You just lay on the bench and lift your legs up while keeping your butt on the bench. So that's the easiest version. Once you can do like 10 to 20 of those for a few sets pretty easily, you can move on to the first official dragon flag variation exercise, which is a bent knee dragon flag. Now a bent knee dragon flag is literally just a dragon flag with your knees bent, so that means you're just gonna have less pressure in the abs. Instead of keeping my legs straight, I'm gonna have it bend like this, and it makes it much easier. Variation exercise number 2 is going to be an alternating bent knee dragon flag. So once you can do about 10 reps of the bent knee one, we're gonna move on to keeping one knee in. You do 1 rep and then alternate. Once you can do like 10 reps of those, the third variation exercise is going to be a dragon flag negative. So you'll start here, do a full dragon flag all the way down, then bend your knees in to go for the next rep. Now I do recommend this setup because you're gonna have free motion all the way to the ground, so you have full range of motion. If you're just doing it on a bench, on the very end, your legs are gonna hit the bench as you do the rep. So recommend that you have an open space for your legs to go below parallel. Next exercise is going to be a knee raise, but I put a bar behind my back, see? And that helps actually with minimizing the hip flexor activation, because this way you can actually fold your rib cage at the top for spinal flexion. In order to make this more of a progressive overload exercise, you can add weight in between your legs. I just got a 10-pound plate and that is enough for me. Aiming for 10 reps, this is what it's gonna look like. Next exercise is going to be a weighted sit-up. I actually have my legs pinned underneath this weighted barbell. I'm using the same setup that I use for the dragon flags, so it makes it more convenient for you. But I like holding the weight behind my head to make it more difficult. I just got that same 10-pound plate from the leg raises. So I'm going to hold it behind my head. And what I'm going to focus on is spinal flexion, just like with the knee raises. So you don't have to go all the way down, just to where you get a stretch, and then fold out the rib cage. Focus on bringing your knees to your chest, and that's all you need. I would say this is actually kind of more of a crunch, but your abs will be activated and you won't get your hip flexors. I found the Greek god lighting. Now for the final exercise, we got a cable crunch. Cable crunch is one of my favorites because it's very easy to progressive overload on this, just simply by increasing the weight each time you do it every week. And that way it's an easy way to measure your abs becoming stronger and stronger. And for these, I like to keep my knees as far back as they can go to get a really good stretch at the top. Then flex the abs and then go down. Big stretch, flex, curl. Bring your rib cage to your knees. And flex the spine. Now once you start going really heavy, I actually put a plate on my knees right here so I don't slide forward. Because once you get heavy, you start just like levitating off the ground because it pulls you so hard. As I mentioned earlier, Gymshark is having a massive summer sale on June 18th at 11 a.m. EDT. I'm going to show you guys a few of my favorite go-to Gymshark items. Oh yeah, and it is up to 50% off site-wide, plus an additional 10% off with code JP10. So my height is 5'7" and I weigh 150 pounds. So I wear size medium for tops and small for bottoms. The joggers I'm wearing in this video are the Athletic Division graphic joggers. These are actually brand new. I snipped the bottom because they're straight leg, and joggers always end up being like a foot longer than than they should be for me, so I end up just snipping it, and they actually look really cool because when you wash them, they fold up right here. The top two things I like from Gymshark are Element base layer and anything that's ribbed. Here's the long sleeve Element base layer. Again, I wear size medium, but I honestly feel like a superhero wearing any kind of Element base layer top, both the long sleeve and the short sleeve. They are perfectly tight everywhere. You can even see your abs through it. The lighter color, you can even see the muscle bellies even better, like the ab definition and the chest. This is the ribbed tank. Like how it scoops under the chest right there. Show off the upper chest gains. Goes right over the nipples perfectly. And here's how the back looks. I actually think this is like literally the perfect cut. And here's another one of the rib tanks. This is the white one. Really good wife beater, or should I say wife lover. A very classic Gymshark item is the Power collection. And I love the Power zip up hoodie. I like any kind of zip up jacket because they're really easy to just take on and take off for like pump covers. You don't have to suffocate yourself taking it off like a typical hoodie. But I love the Gymshark logo that goes along the trap. Just makes your back look super wide. Here's kind of like the t-shirt version of that jacket I was wearing. Power t-shirt. Again, we got that logo going along the trap. Logo on the front right here. These Conditioning Club joggers are actually probably one of my favorites from Gymshark. They're just so comfy. I pretty much wear these every single day. I have a few pairs of them. But yeah, they're just like super flowy, pretty thick material, but like really soft. The Arrival 5-inch shorts are my go-to pair of shorts because they actually make my legs feel pretty big, and that's pretty rare for me. So yeah, probably the best pair of shorts I've ever worn. So yeah, those are the items I recommend from Gymshark. Those are just my go-to. Gymshark has so many things you can buy, but yeah. Now for the bonus back workout. Since you made it to this point, that is your reward. You get back workout. This back workout is going to be 4 exercises, and we're going to do 3 sets of 10 reps, and each set is going to be until failure. So it'll be like a 10 rep max. Starting with a single arm low row. I like the low row because it gets the lower lat, and I'm using this machine a little different. I'm just actually using my supporting hand and standing so I can get full range of motion. Sitting on this machine, it bottoms out really easily. So got the mid-workout back flex going on. Lat striations popping pretty good. I'd say my back is like my leanest body part probably. Moving on to a single arm cable pull down, and I've actually seen this exercise a lot, and this is the first time I've done this specific one. I like this a little bit more than a typical cable pull down when it's straight above you, because this one you feel a little bit better in the shoulders and a much better stretch in the lats. So highly recommend this one. Moving on to a T-bar row. This is a upper wider grip I'm using so I can target the upper back a little bit more. T-bar row is one of the best back exercises because it completely takes out any limiting factor. So I like this more than like a barbell row, for example, because barbell, you're going to be using your lower back, but the T-bar row with the chest support is going to be biasing the back a lot more. Finishing the workout with bodyweight pull-ups, and typically I would do weighted pull-ups if I were to start the workout, but this is a really good finisher. Just doing 3 sets until failure here, aiming for at least 10 reps. But yeah, I always got to do some sort of calisthenics or pull-ups in my back workouts. So yeah, feeling really good. I think I'm around 7 or 8% body fat. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, overall feeling fantastic. One of my favorite back workouts I've done in a long time because I think it was just really good variety. But yeah, thanks guys for the support and for watching to this point. I really do appreciate everything, and I love you guys a lot. So we'll see you in the next one.